Hi, welcome to another webisode of I'm Not an Expert, but I'm your host Demetrius, and I hope everyone had a great Easter or Resurrection Sunday, whatever you want to call it. Um, I want to talk about how everyone thinks that they are a reality TV star. Uh, everybody, well, it seems like a lot of people are filming everything that they do. From you see all of these fight videos on YouTube and Facebook, which are absolutely disturbing, and parents even videotaping and uploading the videos of them uh, whooping their children. That's that. It's all very disturbing. I don't know if everyone thinks that they're going to get a reality show for uploading disturbing images. I'm not exactly sure what the uploader of the videos, what do they get out of uploading disturbing images besides views. Uh, and I guess they get to be what I would call is ghetto famous, because I don't know anyone that has uploaded a video of them whooping their child or a fight video that became famous. I mean, uh, maybe a sex video such as a Kim Kardashian, but then again, Mimi from Love and Hip Hop has just tried to duplicate that, and I don't think that's not even going well for her. Although shower rods are very shower rods are very in demand now. But speaking of basketball wives, I, uh, I was not speaking of basketball wives, but I'm going to speak about it anyway. Speaking of reality TV shows, I recently viewed Basketball Wives. It's Basketball Wives LA, and you talk about disturbing images. I mean, first of all, those broads are just plain silly. Um, Jackie Christie, who is the old lady, spoke about her before on a webisode, that she needs to go somewhere and retire, do whatever old basketball wives do, because she just creates a lot of unnecessary drama. But what was really disturbing is it's a lady by the name of Sunday Carter, and she got in an argument with one of the other basketball wives, Brandy, and she yells out, uh, "You need to go and try to have kids because I have three." But what's so disturbing about that is the woman Brandy. She is a cancer survivor, and she's having issues getting pregnant because of the chemo that she took to fight the cancer. And it's like public knowledge on the show, um, that she's a cancer survivor, and I'm like, who would say that? Like, you know, I guess all things are fair in love and war, but I just thought that was so cruel, and I'm surprised, this Sunday lady didn't get another black eye, because on a previous episode, Drea gave the woman a black eye, and she deserved that black eye. But I don't. The whole violence thing on TV is just ridiculous. I mean, it's so ridiculous that you got fight videos on YouTube, and people whooping their kids on Facebook and showing it. It's just reality TV is out of control. It's really out of control. Um, but luckily, so far on Married to Medicine, nobody has gotten a black eye, because on the first season it was a physical altercation between two doctor wives. But they're just shady. I mean, they're just throwing the regular shade. I can deal with the shade, but when it becomes cruel, super cruel, about something like a cancer survivor that can't have kids, and you make a comment on that, that's a bit too much for me. But I'm really loving Dr. Heavenly. She's the one that's the dentist. Dr. Jackie, she needs to sit down. I'm tired of her pseudo, I'm better than you type behavior. And speaking of Married to Medicine, I still don't know what's going on with Mariah and Quad, who in the first season were like BFFs. But I really don't believe either of their stories. It's like it's something that's off. I don't believe either one of them. I think they're both, I don't know. They're trying to pull some wool over our eyes or something. The full story is not out. That's all I know. And I guess I will address the state of Chicago. Not the state of Chicago, although many Chicagoans do feel that Chicago is or should be its own state. But the violence in Chicago is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know exactly how we as a nation, or even as a citizen or resident of Chicago, what we can do to cut down on the violence but keep the weather cold. I mean, and in that case, if cold weather solved the violence in Chicago, I think we would live in Siberia. The amount of shootings over the holiday weekend, it was, I don't have the exact numbers, but it was a ridiculous amount. Luckily, I was safe because I did go into the undesirable part of town during the holiday to visit family. But it's absolutely ridiculous. But it just shows you the times that we're living in. I mean, people put up fight videos and things for everyone to see. On reality TV, you see women fighting and people insulting cancer survivors. So it really just shows you the time that we're in, because violence has been accepted in the mainstream as something to be proud of, instead of something you don't do. It's just accepted in the mainstream, and therefore the children that watches this filth that's on television, they take it as fact. They take it as that's how they should live their life. Like the shower rods being sold out because everyone see Mimi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They see her on a shower rod on a sex tape. They want to try to do it too, and I believe that's what's happening with the youth, and not just the city of Chicago, but all over. You see something on TV and you try to do it, and it's not just the TV fault, but it's the lack of parenting skills that people have when dealing with their children. Because when I was a child, if I seen something on TV, I knew not to do it because the shit was stupid, and my parents would have whooped my ass if I would have tried to do something like the Three Stooges did. But it's I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the violence of Chicago. Everybody needs to go to church, have a kumbaya or something. I don't know exactly how to solve it, but I think one way is for people to stop posting fight videos, stop praising um, bad behavior. If we stop giving people shine for bad behavior or undesirable behavior, maybe then we can demonstrate to our children that violence and naughty behavior is not acceptable way to live. And while speaking of the many deaths in Chicago, I do want to shout out the good music rapper Add To. I love his new song, and you can hear it on my blog, thefreshmusicpage.com, and it's Death of Chicago. And in that song, he speaks about basically what is happening in Chicago today. And it's far more intelligent, than anything Chief Keef will ever put out. So I would recommend to you to go ahead and listen to that on thefreshmusicpage.com, and that's Add To, and the song is Death of Chicago. That is all. Have a great day. Remember, I'm not an expert, but God damn it, I'm gonna share my opinions.